Greetings and welcome to JobsLab. JobsLab is a recruiting and human resource management platform that aims to improve the overall job cycle and helps to manage your company effortlessly. In this video, I'll show you services that the platform provides and a general overview of the feature it has. We'll be viewing 3 services today: Applicant Tracking Service, Human Resource Management Service, and Issue Tracking Service. When we log into the system, the first page that opens is Company Structure. We can see the company structure is in the form of the tree, and we have a different hierarchy here. The first person that is on the top of the tree is the CEO. And we have other employees, units, and subunits as well. You can see here, for example, there is a subunit of a unit. We can collapse some blocks or we can expand them to see the whole tree. To add a new position or unit, you can just click on this plus here, and there we have 2 options: create position or create unit. Let's try to create new position together. We will select some unit for that, let it be tech unit. We also have a field when we report to somebody. This will be our superior. Also, we need to fill in employee's email, and the invitation letter will be sent. There is also a field where we can leave an invitation text, and it will be shown in the email as well. Now, let's look at the personal profile of the employee. Here we have the menu, view my profile, and this is Kira. Kira is the CEO of the company. Her page and any employee's page consists of 3 blocks. In general information block, we have work email, languages of communication, and some other contacts. The next block is work details that relates to position name, office location, employment type, how long a person has worked in the company, and other work-related stuff. We can also see units here that person belongs to and active projects that person participates in. Active projects are clickable. We can click at the project and see some details of that. Here we have 5 employees, and look, there she is, there's our Kira. Let's move back to our profile. The last block is related employees. We can add here person's accountant, line manager, HR, people partner, and below there is a list of people who report to our Kira. This means she is their direct manager. After that, we can move on to company's profile. Our company profile is a pretty simple page. There is the name of the company, logo, we can add a few words, and the block of the corporate emails. Your corporate emails can be added here. We have several types of them, and you can choose any. In other contacts, personal website can be added or any other account from the social networks. In locations, we have names of our offices and the addresses where they can be found. The next page I'll show you is customers. For example, you are a recruiting agency that helps other companies with new personnel. You can add your clients here, enter the name of the client's company and add its employees. The next page is employees. All the employees of the companies are listed here. You can search them by the name or email, or you can use our filter to do so. Our filter is very extended. There is dozens of fields which you can filter by. Moreover, it's possible to find people who are on probation or onboarding right now. That's how the list of employees look. You can spot a special symbol next to some employees. Those symbols show onboarding, probation, sick leave or vacation. The next page will be devoted to projects. I already mentioned them earlier. Let's create a new one. Add name, choose the unit, add starting and finishing dates, add some description. This is Code 9 project. It has 5 employees. We can add a project role separately, and it doesn't have to be connected with the name of the position in the company. People can be moved from project to project. For example, I want to move Max Meyer to another project, and I can do so easily. Moving on to onboarding. Let's look closer at the active onboarding which is in progress. There is a progress bar. We see that the third part of the tasks is done. We have here onboarding members. Kira is overviewing the process, and here we have onboardee Anna. There are tasks on the left. We can divide them into stages. Here is stage 1 that has 3 tasks. First one is in status to do. There is a deadline and low priority. The next task is closed and priority is medium, and the last has high priority and still needs to be done. Onboardings have 3 statuses: to do, in progress, completed. The same status as we have in tasks, plus one more, reopened. If onboarding members feel that the task is not fully completed or done not properly, it can be reopened. The last page I'm going to show you in our human resource management service is probation. Probation page looks similar to onboarding. Last 2 probations are in status created, and as we can see, no progress has been made there. So let's look at the first, which is in status ready for approval. Here is our trial employee and the block of probation members. These people are going to decide how successfully the trial employee has finished the probation period. We have here different tasks. We can see the assignee, description, acceptance criteria if needed, deadline, attached files, comments, and priority. At the end of the page, a user can leave comments. Probation has various statuses. Returning to the probation members block, here is our Kira. She's a mandatory approver. Our probation status is ready for approval, so it's my time to vote. There are 2 buttons, approve or reject. This orange circle shows that I have already rejected. This is my response. The reason is I don't see it fully finished. But if it was, I could choose approve. The response circle would become green, which means I have approved. The reject procedure has an extra step in it. I have to indicate a reason why. And then we have to wait for other members to vote. The next service I'm going to show you is Applicant Tracking System. When I open ATS, the first page I see is Jobs list. Quick filter open jobs is applied immediately, so I can focus on active vacancies. There I can also see 2 more quick filters, my jobs and created today. I can apply them as well. The filter here is pretty extended. I can filter by employees, location, customer, project, and statuses. The job list itself is presented in a form of a chart. The first column is job, and when it was created, then status. Then let's go into statuses for a minute. There are 4 statuses. Open, job is open and active. Hired, job is closed with a successful hire. On hold, it's temporarily on hold for some reason. And closed, job is closed, inactive anymore, with no successful hire. When the job goes to hire status, we need to present the system an applicant, so the system knows for the future analytics that we really have somebody. When we put job on hold, the model window opens. There is a list of the reasons you can choose from and leave a comment if you wish. The same procedure is for the closed job. We have reasons and a field for a comment. The next column is location, to which office we are hiring, though it can be remote as well or even hybrid. And the last column is the project, if we know for which project the vacancy was created. From the context menu, we can do a lot of different things. Add a job, clone it. Example, here we have a cloned vacancy of a DevOps specialist. Next, we can see a report, go to the pipeline, publish it to job board, look at the applicants who applied for the vacancy, and invite candidate for a job. It's possible to do so from a database, but we can do it even faster. Just type an email, leave a personal note, and we are all set. Invitation for a job will arrive to the email. Let's view some of the jobs more closely. We can switch the toggle on or off for the customer jobs or jobs in-house. When we choose customer, the field with the customer appears. For the in-house jobs, there is a position from company structure, then we have a job name. We can choose employment type, full-time, part-time, and freelance. There is a possibility to choose a deadline. Select number of employees. Choose location and the office, or choose remote, so it can be both, like hybrid workplace type. Then there is a job type, the general name of the position, and seniority level. There is the big field to add job description and also project. Choose the project from the existing ones in the company. Then we have stages. Stages are 100% adjustable for your needs and processes. There are 7 default stages starting from applied stage, then interviews, job offer, and contract signing. It's possible to edit any stage. Rename it the way you want. Change the stage type. Add interviewers. From job members we selected while creating a vacancy, or choose somebody from our company structure. We can also write some agenda for every stage. If 7 stages are too many for your recruitment process, not a big deal. You can delete any stage you want. Swap stages, no sweat, easy with our drag and drop. So I can put everything in any order I need easily. I can have any number of the stages I want. Just the main rule, leave these 3 stages be. Applied, at least 1 interview, and job offer, because they are crucial for the future analytics. The last but not least, here we have job members. The person who creates vacancy automatically becomes a responsible recruiter. This person can be removed or left as it is, and we can also add some new members. It can be anyone from the company. I can select the role of this person on the interview, select role in the company, and choose a position relation. Let me show you how the filled-in job looks like. We also have here a context menu with the same options as in job list I showed you earlier. We can see which employees are going to be on the job board. We can leave a comment. There is job history, where we can see any job changes and who they were made by. The job creator is displayed in the bottom right corner. Let's go to applicants next. Here is a list of all applicants who have been invited or applied to our vacancies. As usual, there is an extended filter. We can filter by customer, job, project, stage, status. The label new is an indicator of a new applicant who applied or was invited during the past 24 hours. Then there is a column with the job name. We can click on the job and view details. We can click on the applicant as well, but I'll show how it looks later. And next we see when applicants applied or were invited, so then the stage, the status, and there is a customer column if it's a customer job. All the jobs are clickable. You can click and view details, or all the applicants are clickable as well. It forwards you to person's interview card. Here is Anna, for example. She was rejected at this point. There are some job details. Below, all the pipeline stages are shown. We can see that she passed the first stage and then was rejected. At the end of the page, there is a block with the feedbacks. I can leave my feedback here or from the pipeline. Let's do it here. My recommendation, passed, not passed, on which stage it happened, and an optional comment. Pipeline. There is a list of all pipelines. Let's see how it works. The first stage is applied. There is 1 applicant I invited beforehand. We can move this applicant with drag and drop, moving back and forth, which is easy and fun. When my applicant gets to interview stage, the system reminds me to set up the interview. Let's see what I can do with my applicant at this point. There is a context menu. I can move this person to the next stage. I can schedule an interview. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. My applicant here, I can set the date and time. I can name it however I want. The field for location, the field for the meeting link if the interview is going to be online. If I need an additional interviewer, it's possible to add 1 right here. If something changed in my agenda, I can edit it any time. I can attach a file, add a link, and my interview is ready. The applicant will receive an email with all interview details and a possibility to accept it or reject. While we are waiting for the applicant's response, this circle next to the avatar will be blank, and the tooltip explains us that no response has been given yet. When the applicant accepts, this circle will be green, and when rejects, orange. Let's move back to our options in the context menu. I can update interview if I want to change something. Then I can leave feedback, the same one I showed you in the interview card. My recommendation, the stage where the person is, already predefined, and the comment. What I'm showing you now is the cards on the pipeline of the person who accepted job offer. We can see the job is inactive in the status hired, so we have a successful hire. Hooray! And this is how applicants with a stopped progress look like. The first card is with rejected applicant. There is a button for it. When I want to reject an applicant, I need to specify the reason why. It's important for our future analytics. If I don't have a reason, I can create one in settings. I can leave a comment if I want to, and it'll go to the interview card, so I can read this comment anytime. Okay, we rejected our applicant. For the refusal purposes from the applicant side, there is a special button, another one. Similar procedure, a reason. If nothing's good enough, I can add my own in settings, leave a comment, and all done. When applicants are rejected or when they refused, they cannot be moved through the pipeline. Their progress is stopped, so I can only leave some feedback. It will be shown on the interview card of this person. This is how pipelines look. Also, the review can be expanded and collapsed. Move on to settings. The first tab is rejection reasons. Here are the reasons. I can edit and delete existing ones. Also, it's possible to enable and disable them so they will appear or disappear from pipelines. I can create my own, choose category, name it, give a description if needed. This is my newly created reason. The second block of reason is for job statuses. Closed and on hold. Procedures are the same. Edit, delete, create new reason, enable or disable existing ones. Next up is labels. Labels are used for analytics. When I was creating a job, there was a field with labels. Let me show you one more time. All labels are custom created. I can edit them or delete later. And the same situation is for seniority level labels. There is a field for them on job creation page. All labels are custom created. I can edit them or delete later. That's for it now. The next thing we'll be moving on to is recruitment database. It looks pretty simple for now. We have a list of candidates with some preview card, name, surname, avatar, description of the candidate, skills, contacts, block with experience, education and language, and comment section. If we go directly to the profile, we have the same information. We can invite this person to the job straight away or delete from our database. On clicking this button, the resume of the person will open. There is a filter. We can filter our candidates by labels, so let's see labels. Here is labels page. Some people also call the tags. This page allows us to create and manage labels. Adding candidate to the system, we can add a label or several labels to them, so it will simplify our search later. For example, I can mark all people I have in my database who works on financial field, fin specialist, and then filter candidates by this label. Or here I have tech specialist as well. I can be more specific, create a label with a specific programming language, or create a label with the name of the project that we are looking people for. Anything we want that will make our grouping and search easy. One more service to show is issue tracking service. This issue tracker has the same basic functionality that all classic issue trackers have. We create spaces, then inside these spaces we create projects, and inside projects we create issues. Those tasks we can assign for ourselves or give the task we want to be done to other colleagues. Here is a useful sidebar where we can view all the issues, only my issues, and also take a look at the time report, so we can see how much time was spent on tasks. There is an extended filter here. There is a possibility to filter by every existing parameter in the issue tracker, so a user can find what they need easily. And the report can be exported. There is a quick navigation between spaces and projects. Let's view more closely one of the spaces. Here is a description of the space, and I can see below 2 projects. Here is the list of tasks. When we open one of the tasks, there is name, description, priority, status, assignee, and report. User can add attachments, create subtasks, log time, write the task estimation. At the end of the page, there is a field for comments. We can see the full history of this exact task and work log. I'll show you one more task. It is a big one with subtasks. The settings page is there for permissions and adjustments for your needs. General details can be edited. We can give or take away permissions, create own statuses if we'd like, customize our workflow, issue types, and board columns.